Okay, so today we're going to break down the anatomy of a modern romance that has everyone talking, the super steamy, slow burn novel Under His White Coat. We're going to get right into the formula that makes a story like this just so addictive.
Right from the jump, the book makes you a promise with this one line. It's all about high stakes, intense passion, and a connection that is absolutely impossible to control. It's basically telling you, hey, this isn't just a love story. This is a story about combustion.
And it really is a very modern romance. It's built on that classic idea of two totally different worlds colliding. We've got the fast-paced, always-on world of social media crashing right into the controlled, precise, and very, very private world of medicine.
I mean, the hook is just fantastic. You have one character who literally lives her life through a camera lens, all about that curated perfection. And then you have the other who is completely walled off, the definition of professional restraint. The second you hear that setup, you just know sparks are about to fly.
So let's meet them. Their whole dynamic is really the engine that makes this story go, and it puts this really cool contemporary spin on that classic opposites attract idea.
You really couldn't get two people who are more different. On one side, you have Susan, the social media master. Her whole world is performance and image. It's all about the lights, the cameras, the perfect angles. And then you have Dr. Vincente. His world is about control, precision, and being totally untouchable. They're polar opposites.
And check out this detail. It's perfect. His white coat isn't just a uniform. It's armor. That one image tells you everything you need to know about how guarded he is, how emotionally unavailable. It's a barrier. And really, the whole story becomes about one question. Who, if anyone, can get past it?
So that armor, that sets up the big conflict, professionalism versus passion. It's this constant battle between the roles they have to play in their jobs and this undeniable, almost forbidden chemistry that's just sizzling between them. And that is where things get really interesting.
What's great is that they don't just randomly bump into each other. No, they're thrown together for a professional project. They have to collaborate on some kind of futuristic cardiac device. And it's that professional setting that makes their growing attraction feel so risky, so forbidden, and, let's be honest, so much more thrilling.
The story is just masterful at building this tension through a classic slow burn. It doesn't just happen all at once. It starts out professional, right? But then there's an accidental touch that just lights a fuse. That leads to stolen glances across the room. Pretty soon, all those professional boundaries start to blur, until, finally, all that pent-up energy just can't be held back anymore, and passion ignites. That step-by-step build is exactly what keeps you glued to the page.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain on this. Why does this formula work so well? What are the key ingredients that make a story like Under His White Coat an absolute page-turner for fans of this genre?
It really is a formula for fire. You start with that slow burn to build anticipation. Then you add that forbidden attraction, which makes every single tiny interaction, every touch, every glance, feel absolutely electric. You sprinkle in some seriously steamy, intimate moments that feel earned, not just thrown in. And you set it all against backdrops we can actually relate to, like viral trends and digital fame. It's a totally fresh, modern take on the classic office romance.
So, is this your next steamy read? Well, if you're a reader who just loves that delicious tension, that slow build of a relationship that feels both totally inevitable and completely impossible at the same time, then yeah, this one's for you.
Because ultimately, that's what this book is all about. It's more than just a romance. It's a story about temptation. It's about the vulnerability of real intimacy and that absolutely exhilarating thrill of finally giving in to a connection that challenges every single rule you have.
And that leaves us with a pretty interesting thought, right? In a world where so much of our lives are curated and performed for an audience, what is it about a love that is so real, so messy, that it just can't be contained? It's definitely something to think about.